Blog Talk Radio.
Beautiful souls, and welcome to Spiritual Guidance Radio. I'm your host, Catharine Han, and it has been a while. I've been on break, spending some time with family and just taking that break that's needed for all of us. And so as I come back, there's a lot that's been going on lately, and so we're going to, touch on that today. But also, if you are listening and you are just needing some guidance, not quite sure of how to go about navigating this week and this month, please be sure to give me a call at 714-816-4628. So before we go ahead and take a few callers, I'm going to start us off with a meditation that we normally start off with, especially now with so much going on. I think it's so important that we do just cleanse before we start. So if you are able to, I want to encourage all of us to sit down, somewhere where you feel comfortable. And we're going to then close our eyes and take a few deep breaths. And we're just going to do this release. We're going to just let go of all that's going on around us, with us, through us, just laying it all out. So as you close your eyes, we're going to just take a few cleansing deep breaths. And we're going to then place our hands on our hearts. And we're just going to go into our heart space. Open up our heart. And as we're in our heart space, to create that atmosphere in your heart that is very calming for you, adding those elements in nature that really help you to feel at peace, to help you to feel still. So whether it is bodies of water, any mountains, or a sunset, a sunrise, any animals or plants in your heart space. And as we draw that picture, as we see ourselves in this space, we're going to then create this door, have this door placed in our space, an open door where we invite our angels and guides, and our spiritual team, and our archangels to join us in this space. And as they surround us, they're going to send us this energy of love, energy of light that they bring. And with this love and light, they're going to really lift us and raise our vibration. Help us to really feel their energy, to really feel that love, that they bring. We have Archangels Raphael, we have Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Shamuel, Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Michael. And as they step forward, they're going to then send us their beautiful rainbow of light that surrounds us. And with this energy, helps us to open our chakras, to open up our centers, so that our energy can be cleansed, so that our energy can be renewed. And as our chakras open up, expanding outside of our bodies, those orbs of light growing and expanding, they help us to draw out all of that old energy, all of the stresses, all of those things that we no longer need within us, to draw it out and then to renew that old into new, as they replace this old energy with this bright, shiny, new light, new energy that they replace it with, so that we can hear and we can feel into that energy that they bring, the messages that it comes with that are for us. So we're going to take a deep breath, really feel into that energy of light. And as this energy swirls around us, they're going to then help us to bring back and help us to contract our chakra energy back into our bodies, realigning and balancing. And as they do, we're going to have this rainbow light that comes through our crown chakra all the way down through each and every one of our chakras, flowing through and filling us, filling each and every one of our cells in our bodies as it goes down our body. And it's going to then come out through our feet and rotate back to our crown chakra to make this rotating, this repeating loop where it helps to cleanse, helps us to be renewed. Now the archangels are going to help us to ground our energy. So from our root chakra all the way down to the center of the earth, there's going to be this bright white light that goes all the way down to the center of the earth. And then it's going to come back up in this green and blue energy that comes through our feet, filling our bodies as it comes up. And as it reaches our crown chakra, it's going to flow out of our crown chakra back flow out like a fountain of water, and then flow down to the ground and spread out to all of those around us and all of those who are needing this love, this light from our energies as well as from the divine. So just see this energy spread out to those around you, to those that you love, to those who are needing it. So if there's anyone or any place that comes into mind, know that that energy that you bring goes to them, that they're going to be able to feel it. And when we're ready, let's take a few more deep breaths. Bring back awareness into our bodies. And you can open up your eyes. And welcome back. Wonderful. So I hope that as you continue to go through this week, as you continue to do your daily activities and all those things that you need to do this week, that you do have the divine protecting you and guiding you and supporting you. And also it's important for us to take the time to sit with ourselves and to just listen to what it is that's coming in from the divine. So you can do this meditation over again. So if once the show is done, you can listen to the replay, listen to the meditation over, so that you can really feel into that energy over and over again as you need it this week. Okay, so I hope everyone had a wonderful February, which went by so fast. And so this month, as we enter into March, we are starting to enter into a new, as we enter into spring, as we enter into the new, that's what spring is about, new things growing and, seasons changing. It also affects us energetically as well. So this month, the theme of this month is about trusting in ourselves, but also trusting in you to trust in the divine. So I hope that makes sense. It may be a little bit, it may sound odd, but it's about trusting that the divine has our backs, trusting in our own selves to know that the divine has our back. And this week, we're really going to feel that. And some of us may have already started feeling that. So this week's energy is going to be about where there's going to be a lot of things that happen this week which we didn't expect. And it's not a bad thing, but it's not the way that we expected the week to go. And it's going to be like that for the next couple of weeks, this week being the strongest with that energy. So, there may be things where you expected to do one thing and you expected, whether it's the weather to be a certain way, but then it becomes completely something different. It's there so that we can really trust that everything is happening for our good, and that when it does happen, that we're not completely caught off guard. And if we are, in what areas do we have to look into to really change that mindset and to really work on? And so if there are things that are not happening the way that you expected it to be able to go with the flow and say, okay, this is not what I was expecting this week, but, I trust that the divine knows what I need I need in order to grow, in order to really move forward and to just go with it. And so if you are feeling any resistance with that, if you are feeling any of those emotions that are not who it is that you are, to really look into that. Why is that change affecting you the way it is? And so it is, and also if you are able to, go with the flow, say, okay, it's not what I expected, but I can work with it. If you see that, it's also important for us to notice that mindset shift in us and really pat ourselves on the back and really be proud of ourselves of how much you've grown. So it is also a litmus test for us. If it's not affecting us the way it used to really be able to see that and say, hey, I have grown in that way. I am able to trust myself and to trust the universe and the divine to really just go with what it is that's coming in for us, through our daily lives, through what's going on with our relationships and with our careers and jobs, and to really move, keep moving forward, not letting those changes, those things that are not what we expect to really stop us from doing those things that we're meant to do. So if that's you, where you're feeling as if, okay, I can do this, you're moving freely and with the flow, then really be proud of how far you've come, and to see and look back onto where you were, a few months down the line, a year, 2 years down the line. If that same situation had happened before, were you able to act the same way? Were you able to take it in the same way? And so this week is going to be challenging for some, but it's also going to be a great review for us on how much we have grown. So there's a lot of things shifting and moving also this week, and also since a lot has happened in this world, with a war going on and things like that, a lot that everyone is feeling. And I'm someone who feels very deeply when it comes to different people, groups of people. And so, my emotions, and I have been all over the place when it comes to my feelings and things like that. So especially if you are someone who feels deeply that way, it's going to be important for you to really protect yourself. And we're going to talk a little bit more on what you can do. And you can also, if you are calling in and have been feeling that way, we'll talk about some ways that you can really protect your energy. Because, there are people out there also who are not awakened, who are not on this journey spiritually, don't realize that they're affected as well by all of this energy going on globally, which affects them but also affects us, but they're not aware of it. So it's also going to be us who are going to be, helping others to see how their energy is affected, and then be able to protect ourselves from that, but also to show others on how it is that they can protect their energy, and how it is that you can speak to them about what they can do to help themselves, help other people as well. All right. So why don't we go ahead and take a few calls. So we have caller area code 415. Hello, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is also Catherine. How are you?
Hi, Catherine. Good. How about you?
Well, my head is kind of spinning. Like there's a big kind of an unexpected change on like January 1st, and then and now another change, and another big change coming up April 1st. So it's just things are, every month is kind of a new plan, almost a new direction. And so any guidance about that. And I have a lot of anxiety about night, because in the nighttime, because the changes are so fast.
Yes. And I could kind of see all of that stuff swirling around you. So what's going to be important for you, I have Archangel Raphael, Archangel Samuel, and Archangel Jophiel stepping forward for you. And so it's going to be important for you to do a lot of journaling. I see. Have you been doing some journaling?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially like after I call, after when I listen to you, I take notes, and then that kind of prompts other journaling. Then I expand after that.
Awesome. Yes, and that is going to be so important. It's really important for you to just write down everything that's just been going on in your head. So just, write everything down that comes in, and that's going to help clear a lot of that clutter that's in your head. When you do that, it's going to then you're going to be able to hear what it is that your next steps are much clearer. When we have all this stuff going on, lots of different emotions that come in, it's really important for you to just write it down. You may not be talking to someone specifically.
I have done that. I've heard you say that to me before when I've called in, and I do all that already.
Yeah. So keep doing that as it comes in. Keep that journal next to your bed. As you have things coming in, especially at night, like right before going to bed. When you do that brain dump, it helps you to fall asleep better and faster. Also, I want you to go back to some of that journaling that you've done. Because as you do this releasing, have you been noticing any of those aha moments?
Oh yeah, I write down ideas definitely for what I want to do next.
Okay, so I want you to go back to the last few months and compare it to where you are today when it comes to that journaling. Because it's going to actually show you a lot of those things that you needed to see back then that you were starting to see now. So those things, those intentions that you have been setting, what it is that you really want to do when it comes to moving forward. So that's why a lot of things have been moving really fast for you, because you are getting those answers, those next steps. If we don't look back, it's hard to see how many steps that you've already taken, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because there's also been a couple real negative things that have happened. So some of the decisions I felt weren't my own. I just adapted to it. I mean, I know in the end it's for good for me, but it's not. I haven't planned half of these things myself.
So those bad things are not really bad things. They're lessons for us. So when we look at it that way, it's going to help you to keep moving in that direction, moving forward, understanding that, yes, you set those intentions of what it is that you really wanted, but we have to also let go of our perspective and what it is that and so when we do that, we see that the divine brings us these next steps in ways that we didn't think we would be able to see it in that way. It's different from how we thought it would happen. And so we have to look at it that way, that they're lessons for us, but also they're those next steps in ways. So it's a different path than what we thought we would be going down. if that makes sense. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So for these next few months, there's going to be a lot more changes coming in. So you just kind of have to brace yourself. I know the last couple months flew by, but it's going to keep flying by for you, especially as you set those intentions, what it is that you really want. And it's going to really propel you forward on how it is that you're supposed to help people, how it is that you're meant to move forward in your career, move forward when it comes to learning. All of those things are going to come together in the next few months. But you just have to be a little bit patient, a little bit more patient. Just keep going, as it comes, flow through with it. And if you feel some resistance, it's then important for you to look at that. Why is it that I'm resisting? Why is it that I'm saying, okay, I don't know if I could take that next step, even though you set the intention and the divine knows what it is that you want. So what's keeping you? What fears are coming in, keeping you from taking that next step? So looking as you go through the next few weeks, what is it that's coming in? If you're not able to move through and you're feeling that resistance, you have to work on that. And then, as you work on it, where is it coming from? Where does it stem from? How has it affected me in my life? As you work through that, through journaling, through meditating, and through those aha moments that come in, you'll then be able to really flow through, because there's a lot of great energy that's coming in for you. And it has been the last couple months. It's just, now it's like, you just keep going, keep moving, and it's coming. What it is that you truly want is coming, and it's going to come fast. Okay?
All right. Yeah, it's still some big decisions, but yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. It's scary, basically. Yeah, I'm just kind of putting everything in storage. I'm putting everything in storage and only taking what's in my car and driving away. So. It is scary, but keep trusting that the divine is going to lead you to that place where you really want to be. And it may not look the way that you expected, but it's going to be there. And it's going to be awesome. I can feel it for you. In the next few months, it's coming. So just keep going, okay? And, whenever your brain feels cluttered, to just write it all down. It's a letter that you're sending out to the divine. Saying, okay, this is what I feel, this is what I'm going through, and trusting that the divine is going to take care of you. Okay? Okay, thank you. I'll keep listening.
You're very welcome. I hope you have a wonderful week.
You too.
Thank you. All right, let's go to our next caller. We have area code 860. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, hi. I'm calling from Connecticut. And
hi.
Hello, hello, Catherine. So I have a lot of questions squirming in my mind, but first I would like to know what's the message for me from the angels.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel Archangel Gabriel is quite close to me. Sometimes I have a feeling like that was a long time ago, so I was wondering which archangels are close to me right now.
Really trust that. So, yes, you have Archangel Gabriel, you have Archangel Michael, as well as Archangel Samuel, and Archangel Jophiel. So they're all stepping forward for you, really showering you with love, because they want to remind you that they love you so very much, and that you're always supported and you're always guided, even though it might not seem that way sometimes. So first they want to remind you that it's important for you to really take care of yourself. Do those things that you love to do to really recharge and to really be able to just really see who it is that you are, that amazing person that you are. Because, when we're so busy with so many different things going on and taking care of all these different people, we forget about ourselves. And so it's really important for you to take that time for yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, there's no one else who can like you can. And then you're not going to be able to help anyone else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that is true, because I'm a mother and a wife, so I think every woman who's a mother and a wife has to take care of their children, their spouse, isn't it? So that's the nature of a woman. So what do you see I am now in my late 50s, and I'm I'm quite worried about my, coming years, my golden years. I'm quite worried about them, whether they will be golden or not. So what do they see for me and for my husband?
They're always going to be golden. So it's the way that we see it. So there's what I feel with you is that you see life in a wonderful way, and you've lived a life, always, being kind and being there for others. And so that's wonderful that you have, done that and you continue to do that. But to remember that when it all starts with us, within us, living that life that we're meant to live and doing those things that, we're really meant to do. So it's going back to basics on what is it that you really want. Now that, people are, can I ask how old are your children?
Yeah, my children are there in their 20s. 27 and 24.
So now that they're older and you don't have to take care of them as much, it's really important for you to focus on you. Remember who it is that you really are and what it is that you really want to accomplish in the next few years. And it can come fast. You may think that you're, this age and you can't do anything new, but you can do so much more. And it's about really focusing on what it is that you really want and how it is that it's going to make you happy. Because when you're happy, everyone else around you is going to be happy, including your husband. Now, your husband does need to also focus on himself as well, taking some time for him and really rebalancing and readjusting to what it is that he truly wants now that your kids are older. So both of you to really work on that and fulfilling those things that that you are meant to do. So it's going back to basics and going back to kind of like your childhood. What is it that you wanted to be when you grew up? So thinking on that mindset, we ask our kids that when they're growing up. What is it that you want to be when you grow up? Well, we also have to ask ourselves that as adults too. What is it that we want to be? What is it that we want to really do as we go through the next few years and setting those intentions? What is it that I want? And so focus on that, journal on that in the next few weeks, really focusing on you. Yes, your kids are, they're going through, different things in their life, new things as well. But when you really fill your cup and do those things that you truly love to do, that's when everyone else, their energy changes and their energy shifts because yours shifts. And so when we work on ourselves, we affect other people also. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I'm quite worried about my husband's health.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a healer, what do you see, and could you send some healing energies his way?
Yes, and I could definitely send that healing energy, and that's something that you can do as well. We're all energetic beings, so we can always send that energy to him and to others. So, I will, be keeping him and remembering him, but also know that once he really realizes what it is that he really wants to do and align to it, his health will shift a lot. So it's about really doing those things that he wants to do and focusing on his happiness, of which, a lot of times when we're parents, we think about other people's happiness, our kids, our family members, and we, forget about ourselves, and we forget that in order for other people to be happy, we have to be happy first. So it's really about that. What is it that's going to make him happy? What is it that he needs to do in order to live that life that he loves? And that is going to affect his physical health. When our energetic bodies are aligned, that's when our physical bodies will align too. If we have stuck energy, within our bodies, that's when, a lot of health ailments come and manifest physically. So when we remember that and really are healthy energetically, that's when we'll start to be healthy physically as well. Okay?
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all this. Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome. Have a great week.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, let's go to our next caller. We have area code 917. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Ashil. And
hi, Ashil. How are you?
I'm good. Calling from New York City.
Awesome. So what has been going on with you?
Not much. Last year, I had a business, online business, and I decided to put it on a hold for this year and try to get a job, but I haven't found anything. So I'm just a little curious what the messages the angels are for me, because, I figured by now I would have found something, but I haven't heard from anybody. So.
So I have Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Shamuel, I have Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel. So they're all stepping forward for you because they really first want you to realize that who it is that you are is perfect. You were created in the image of the divine, so that makes you perfect. You're a perfect soul. So that's the first thing to really remember as you move forward. Second, don't let fear get in the way from you finding the things that you truly love to do. That online business that you had, what made you create that?
I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I always felt like I can do much better working for myself and be of service to other people and, be successful at it. It was quite successful, but I just felt to pull something to put on a hold this year. So, I decided just to try to see what happened, but, so I'm pretty much a little bit confused right now, so I don't even know what direction right now.
So I want you to go ahead and journal about that. What is stopping you from doing those things that you really want to do? What fears are coming in? What is it that is, really stopping you from, going forward with that? Now, yes, there are jobs out there for you, but also as you clear what it is that is keeping you from moving forward when it comes to your online business and being that entrepreneur, that's also going to help you to understand what it is that you really need to do next when it comes to a job that you're seeking, to really be open and to, let go of those fears that come in, that's deep down. So, I want to encourage you to work through that. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, call on them to help you to see, where that stems from, where it comes from, that keeps you from moving forward with that. And then you'll be able to see. But just like I had said at the beginning, you are created in the image of the divine. You're you're a perfect soul. You can do anything that you truly want to do. So what is stopping you? Okay? So that's a big thing. That's a big theme that you'll need to work on. So, journaling on that. Where does that fear come from when it comes to your life, as you were growing up? Where is that coming from that's keeping you from doing those things that you're really meant to do, okay? Second is to keep focusing on what it is that you truly love. What is it that you really want to do? And when we focus on that, it helps us to move forward then too. But it's important to clear out those fears, clear out that ego that's telling you that you can't do something because of something. Whether it is finance, whether it is just not quite understanding what it is your next steps are. That all comes together when we truly trust in ourselves, trusting in who it is that we are, but also trusting in the divine and the universe, knowing that we are guided by them. They want the best for us. So what is it that's within our ego that's stopping us from really moving forward? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's just,
okay.
Sometimes the trust issue sometimes comes to the trust the universe part of it, but that it makes a lot of sense.
Okay. You're so amazing. You can do anything, and just like you saw when you started the online business, that you were successful. You just have to keep moving, keep going. Don't let those things in your head tell you that you can't, but just keep moving forward. Those things that you really want to do, it's for your good, but also you're helping so many other people as well. And so when we focus on that, it's easier for us to break through those fears and break through those doubts that come in. So keep doing those things that you love to do. Also, as you work on yourself through this, you're going to then also be able to find those jobs that you really are meant for. Don't settle for any job, okay? Do those things that you truly want to do, okay?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful week.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, let's go to our next caller. We have area code 516. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Catherine. My name's Anita. I'm calling from New York.
Hi, Anita. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I was wondering if you pick up any significant relationship coming in this year.
Yes, Archangel Samuel and Raphael are stepping forward, and so they are showing me there is something coming in, but it's important for you to focus on you, okay? Have you been through a lot when it comes to relationships?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So what I'm seeing is that it's going to be important for you to do this work, this heart work on you. And I know that you've done a lot of it. But what I'm feeling, like physically too, that it's important to go even deeper through the emotions, through all those things that you've gone through, and it goes all the way back to childhood. So, to work backwards on all the past relationships and to childhood, all those things that people have told you that you weren't good enough in some way, or not being able to do something, because it's so important for you to remember that you can do anything, and that you were created in the image of the divine. Just like I was telling the other caller, that we were created in his image, in divine's image. So that means that we are perfect souls, that we can do anything, and that we're amazing. But along the line, we are told as we grow up by, adults, not, they're not saying it to hurt us, but inadvertently, they show us and they tell us that we can't do something, or we're not good enough in some way. And so that keeps us from really truly being able to see who it is that we truly are. So to look at all of that, look at your past, look at those things that have really kept you from seeing who it is that your true self is. And as you work through that, as you, look into the emotions that went through, look into all of those things, and as it comes to write it all down, you'll start to understand that, and as you keep in the back of your mind that you really can do anything and that you are perfect, that all of those things that you were told in the past, all of those things that you were shown, it wasn't about you. It was those people who are going through their own hurts, going through their own pains, that they brought onto us, and it wasn't ours. So you're going to then be able to separate that and say, okay, they had their own issues that they needed to work on, and so it came out the way it did because they were hurting and they were needing to heal. So when we see it that way, we're able to then be able to change our mindset and say, yes, we really can do anything, that we're worth it and that we're enough, and that who it is that we are is that love and light. And we are meant for love, that we are meant for all of these things that we might not have been able to see in the past, but now can see as we do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I've done a lot of that work. I'm ready to meet the right one. I've let go of the past, and I've done a lot of inner work, and I am aware of people's intentions. I'm just ready for the right one. I'm really completely ready.
Yeah. So, keep working on yourself, really digging deep on that and really releasing and letting go. And as you do that and as you keep moving forward, and not only when it comes to love, but also in other areas of your life, as you see that shift and as you really move forward in that confident way, that you can do anything, that nothing really can stop you from doing those things that you really want to do, that's when you'll start to really see that shift in your relationships, in not just, love relationship, but, friendships, and, when it comes to coworkers, all of that they're going to start to shift. So, I do see that coming for you towards the end of this year, but you just have to keep working on yourself and keep moving forward and releasing and letting go. If there's any triggers that come in, to really look into that, and then you'll then be able to release and let go. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a great week.
You too.
Thank you. All right, so let's go to our next caller. We have area code 845. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you? My name is Maria.
Right.
I call it from New York. You keep giving me a message from the angel. Remember, I talked to you.
Yes. And so Archangel Samuel is stepping forward for you. And what she wants to keep reminding you is that you are so loved, okay? You are so guided and you are always protected. Your family is protected. But it's important for you to really take care of you, to slow down just a little bit and really take care of yourself. So what have you been doing for yourself lately to help yourself?
We can go nowhere. You know, I want to travel. We travel.
But you know what? Yeah, and that's what I really sense, that you haven't really slowed down and done anything for yourself. And it's so important for you to do that because we don't want you to, not be able to continue to help people. If you don't, really fill your cup and really do those things that you love to do and take that time to love yourself, you're going to burn out and then you can't help anyone. So it's really important for you to do. You don't have to go anywhere to do things for yourself. Doing things that you love to do, listening to music, reading a book, taking a hot bath.
That's I do. I do things like that. Yeah. You think I'm going to go away this year? I can be able to travel.
You can, but it's really up to you. But you have to really take care of yourself first, because when we take care of ourselves, we also get these messages from the divine showing us what our next step is and to help us to see what it is that we need to do next in order to move forward, in order to do those things that we really want to do. But if we don't take if we don't take care of ourselves, it's hard for us to be able to hear what it is that the divine wants us to hear, what it is that the angels want us to hear. So it's really important for you to slow down just a little bit and then to really listen. Even if it's just like 10, 15 minutes right before bed, to just kind of relax and to do, listen to music or read a book, to really just kind of slow down and just just feel into the energy that's around you and to feel calm and to be still. And it's also going to help you to sleep well, too. But to slow down just a little bit, take some time for yourself so that you can really understand and be clear on what it is that you need to do next. Does that make sense?
Yes, you're right, 100%. You're right.
Okay, so starting today, I want you to take at least 10 minutes right before bed to slow down a little bit, okay?
I can ask something else, if you don't mind, please.
What was that?
I say I can ask something else, if you don't mind, please.
Sorry, I didn't quite.
I say I can ask you something else, if you don't mind.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because I asked that before. I was supposed to get it this element, still I'm not get it. You know when I'm going to get it?
Now, that is also part of the answer that you would be able to really be able to see, okay? So that's why it's important for you to slow down. Now, that is not an answer I can give you because what I'm hearing is that you're going to know the answer soon enough, but you have to slow down, okay?
I know, I understand. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You are very welcome. Well, yes, and bless you too, and have a great week.
Thank you. You too, sweetheart. Thank you. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right, let's go to our next caller. We have area code 914. Hello, caller.
Hi, Catherine. How are you? So good to hear from
Good.
you.
How about you?
Good.
How have you been?
Okay. I've been trying to push on in my own little way. Just being as creative as possible. Trying to.
What have you been? So what have you been learning? Because I feel you've learned a lot.
I just want to give. I just want to give a lot of joy wherever I can and be of service. It's not always about me, and just try to.
But right now right now I'm actually asking about you though. Like, how have you grown?
Thank you. I've been learning to trust more and let go of the outcome too. I've been in some introspection mode for sure.
Awesome. Yes, I feel like you've grown a lot in the last couple months, and it's so amazing, and it feels so good. I'm a person who can feel and sense, and so when I talk to you right now, I can feel that you've released a lot. And so, keep going with that, okay? Also, don't be afraid to and that's why I asked, don't be afraid to share what it is that you've gone through and what it is that you've been learning. Because like you had said, you want to help people, you want to bring joy. Part of that joy is sharing what it is that you went through and the lesson behind it. Not just, what you went through, but on top of that, what is it that you learned? How is it that you've grown? And that's how you help other people. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for that perspective.
You're welcome. Did you have a question for me?
Always work is on my mind. If you see any connection happening between either Ian or Vincenzo and myself, maybe even a family member, we started conversing a bit more. I don't know if a family member and I can connect work-wise. Either them or one of these two gentlemen.
Have you journaled on this?
Not yet, no. It's kind of new, these last two people. So, no, I haven't yet.
Okay. So, I want to encourage you to journal on it. And as you journal on the individual people, you're going to be able to see clarity. Also, just because they're family doesn't mean that they should be on the top of the list. Okay? Because you want to be helpful, and you think that they're family, so you need to help them out, but that is not always the best for you. Just so that you're aware. Journal on this. And you have that great intuition. So listen to it. It's never wrong. And you are an amazing person. Always remember that. There's so many people out there. There's so many people out there waiting to work with you. You just have to keep being open, keeping who it is that you are, and those people will come to you in the right timing.
Beautiful. I feel such a relief with that, such a release too. Yeah. Wow.
It will happen. So just keep trusting in yourself. You have this great spirit, and you have these gifts that are, they have to do with compassion. That has to do with empathy. Now, your empathy can get you in trouble sometimes, but it's always like that, especially as we are growing on this journey. It's like that with everyone. So, but keep trusting in who it is that you are, because you are amazing, and that all these great things are happening for you, but you just have to keep trusting in what your gut tells you, how it is that you feel. That feeling is a big part for you. And just keep trusting in that. If you see any red flags, you'll know. You feel it in your gut. And trust that. Because, that's there for a reason. So keep trusting in your gifts, keep growing them. And, the journaling between these different people are going to help you to be able to navigate through. And when you write these down, it's not necessarily the words that you're going to be trusting, but it is how you feel as you write about them. Okay?
Yeah. Wow. I've missed you. We've missed you. How have you been?
I'm good. It has been rough, and so I did need that rest, just like everyone else. I had just started a new job at the end of last year, so, and then, trying to adjust with children and their schoolwork and juggling all these different calendars. It is a lot. Last month, the angels are like, yep, it's time to take a break. Yeah.
Rest and recharge. Yeah, you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you do so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, you too, keep remembering who it is that you are. Keep loving yourself. And then, trust that intuition of yours. You have an amazing gift.
Thank you. You are an amazing gift. Thank you so much. Yes.
You're very welcome.
Thank
and,
you.
If you ever need to talk, you could always reach out to me through Facebook if you have Facebook. It's Facebook.com/Spiritual Guidance Radio. You could just go there and message me if you just need to talk at any time. Okay?
Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you. God bless you. And yours.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great week.
You too. Much love. Thank you. And many blessings.
Thank you. All right. Let's go to our next caller. We have area code 440. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, hi. My name is Patricia, and I'm calling from Cleveland.
Hi, Patricia. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So I feel you have a lot going on.
Yes. I'm preparing and for a move, a relocation to another city, state, and I'm applied to housing where dependent upon your income and age and dealing with that type of bureaucracy and being on a waiting list, plus just building on and just developing my skill set as a just content copywriter and speaker and such. My question is, my current housing, I've been here, going on 4 years this year, and I'm wondering, and the owner, the management, they tried to illegally evict me about a year or so ago, and then that got stopped. And now they won't do me. They do all these, repairs, their annual, inspections. That's what it is, inspections. They don't do any repairs, not in my apartment. And I need to find out, and it's And what it is basically greed, because my income has changed, and I'm paying just a lower amount to maintain in my apartment. I paid it on time, but that's the reason they wanted to get me out of here. And of course, they're not doing any repairs. And it's like, okay, fine. Is there anyone that is going to help me, will listen to me, that will deal with and put them on notice, these owners and these little workers around here who act like they own the building?
I have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel stepping forward. How long has this situation with these people have been going on with you?
Oh, goodness. I've been here, you can say, probably the last year. This is probably the second year. They're just not doing any of the repairs. They'll do the inspection because that's what they're required to do. And then they tried to, was it about a year last year, they tried to legally evict me. And it's like, okay, but something intervened. And I can say divine intervention. But it's always something here. And yes, I am going to move.
So when was the last time you spoke with them?
I don't speak to them. I mean, I put the little rent through the little slot. And I mean, that would be a waste of my time because they know what they're doing, the workers. And this is coming from the top, meaning the ownership or, and I am guessing, I believe I am correct in saying that because they want to get a tenant in here, they're going to pay them more money for this apartment, which it isn't worth.
Okay.
But
and you said that. But you said that you already found a new place.
No, I haven't found it yet. I'm on a waiting list for this other, and it'd be similar housing like this. This is part HUD owned, and when you're dealing with that type of agency, it's bureaucracy, and I'm on a wait list. 600 and whatever on one list, and obviously I'm working on increasing my income. Getting these side jobs, side gigs that I can, while that's going on, I can go and rent, a single apartment somewhere else. Still be affordable, because I don't know. And of course, I plan to move. I'm just saying here in May, but obviously I want to wait and see. Make sure I have those in place, but I have bought a train ticket to my new city and state. So I'm not just, not doing anything.
So it seems so you had mentioned divine intervention. So what I see is that can happen again when it comes to divine intervention. I feel that this place that you're in right now, it's not meant for you. And that's why you are feeling a lot of these blocks that are coming in because this place isn't meant for you. But yes, it can be scary because you don't know what your next step is. You don't have a place to go just yet. But knowing that to really trust that the divine and the universe has your back. They've done it before. They'll do it again. And so it's going to happen. It's going to happen sooner than you think. And, yeah, it is scary because you don't know what that next step is. You don't know where you're going to go next. But to really just be able to let go of what this company is doing to you, this apartment is doing to you, and to really focus on moving forward. Okay? And I know it's hard when you don't know where you're going, but that's all trust. It's trusting in the divine, trusting that it will happen for you. And yeah, it's not the easiest to do, but know that it's coming and it's going to happen. Okay?
Well, I mean, yes, I intellectually know that, but I'm trying to figure out, is there any place or that can get me? I'm just so tired.
Yeah. I want to encourage you to do some journaling on this. Write all of those emotions, write everything that you've been going through with this down. We want to clear you. We want to clear your energy. We want to clear your mind of this so that it doesn't keep draining you. And so just write it all down. Every time you feel these emotions, and are thinking about this, to write it all down so that you're just releasing it on paper. So that, because right now this is all that's in your head and your heart, but there's so much other things that are trying to, there's messages and other experiences that are waiting for you. But because this is blocking it, it's consuming you, that you don't have room for all of this other energy that's meant for you. Okay? So just, grab a journal, write everything down that comes into your mind, into your heart, those emotions that come with it. Just write it all down. And you're going to start feeling this weight, a little bit of weight off your shoulders. And then what you're going to then be able to hear are those messages that are meant for you from the divine, saying, hey, it's going to be okay. This is what we're going to want you to do next. They're going to show you those next steps. Also, after you do that clearing, to set those intentions. What is it that you really want? Clearly, how is it that you want to feel? What is it that you want to see? Even what is it that you want your new apartment to look like? Even to that point, because that's going to help raise your vibration, and it's going to help you to be able to hear and see those next steps that are meant for you. And it's going to show you in your gut, tell you, okay, I have to now go do this, or I have to do that. That's our signals from the divine showing us through our intuition, through our gut feelings, what it is that our next steps are. Does that make sense?
Yes. I mean, I began to write down my intentions and plans for my life and different areas of my life. So no, I'm not, going to be a victim. But yes. But yeah,
but
right.
Yeah. So when it comes to those intentions, it's not going to work if you don't have a clear mind. So It's important to just let go of everything that's been going on. And then when you set those intentions, you'll be able to be even clearer on what it is that you really want. And then you're also going to get those messages on what those next steps are for you. Okay?
All right.
Well, have a wonderful week. Don't forget also to really do stuff that you love too. Okay? Do you love to dance? Listen to music?
Oh, yes. I mean,
or have you done in the past?
Oh, yeah, I'll dance. So, I'll listen to YouTube songs, videos, and, and dance because, music is healing and it's fun, but it's the release also. And, way to exercise, too. So, yeah. I make the point. I do my self-care and self-love and health and wellness.
Awesome.
I do the practices rich, daily, so that I'm not, all, tensed up and angry.
Yep. Keep doing that. Keep doing those things that you love to do. Yeah, I keep hearing that you're a dancer and that you'd love to listen to music. So, keep doing that. That helps you to raise that vibration of yours. And do that releasing. Right now I feel there's so much within you, lots of blocked energy. So just, dump it all out. Do a brain dump. Write down everything that you're feeling, that you're thinking. All of that down, and that will be a big release for you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. You're very welcome. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you. You do the same.
Thank you. All right. Well, we are already past the hour, and whenever I'm on here, it does go by fast. But like I had mentioned to Catherine on the show today, that if you are needing to just talk, about what you're going through, to release and, to be able to let go, always feel free to reach me at facebook.com/spiritual guidance radio. And you can message me and I will message you back. Also, I will be back next week, live again, so that you can call in, if there's anything that's been troubling you, anything that you're not clear about, I would love to hear from you. So I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I'm sending you all lots of love and light. Now, I had mentioned, at the beginning of the show that I would share some ways of really being able to protect your energy. Now, during the show, I did mention about journaling. And journaling, like many people don't realize this, but journaling, all of those things that are coming in, all of those thoughts that are coming in, even what it is that ego is trying to tell us coming in, when we journal all of that, it helps us to protect. That is one way to really protect your energy, by writing all of that stuff down and, helping to release it and letting go and heal it. So journaling is a great way to protect that energy of yours. Also, what you can do is, as soon as you get up in the morning, to really imagine yourself in this bubble of energy, this blue and white electric bubble around you. And that is going to be Archangels Raphael, Archangel Samuel, Archangel Metatron. Their energy is going to be surrounded around you. And when you see yourself in that, and what you can also do is do a physical or mental third eye exercise, where you see this bubble in front of you and you open the door of this bubble. You go into the bubble and then you close the door behind you. That is another way to really be able to shield yourself from the energy that may be coming in, and even as soon as you wake up. And then also doing that same exercise as you are relaxing at the end of the day, and to help you to release the energy. The meditation I did at the beginning of the show is also a great way to cleanse from the day. So that is something that you can also do to help you with your energy. Now, right now, there's so many people going through so much hurt. We're coming out of a pandemic, and people are still hurting, still recovering, and then we have the war, the globally, with the war going on, and and so much more that is affecting a lot of people. So if you are very sensitive to energy, if you are very sensitive to other people's emotions, it's important for us to really protect our energy. I know I have to every single day protect my energy, because I do get affected, even globally, not even knowing some people, out there, but I can sense it and feel it. So if you're like that, it's so important for you to do the journaling, do the shielding. Also calling on Archangel Archangel Michael to help protect your energy with his cloak, so that you can go out there and do those things that you're meant to do. Whether it's work, taking care of children, all those different things, to really protect your energy so that you're not affected by all the different energies out there. So sending you all lots of love and light. I am always here for you. If you are just needing to talk, if you are needing that energy of love sent, please let me know. And this is what I'm here for. So I will be back next week to talk more about what it is that, we are going through, and what it is that's going on, what it is that's going on with you, how it is that we can really be there to help each other. So once again, sending you all lots of love and light, and I look forward to speaking with you all very, very soon. So bye-bye for now.